Welcome back to Chelsea Chat with huge Chelsea fan, JB, and myself, Dan Welch, bringing just a little bit of neutrality to this channel. Now, before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and hit the bell notification so you know when any new videos are uploaded. Today's video, we're focusing on Chelsea versus Liverpool, and what we thought we'd do is give 5 predictions for that game and a few real options for you guys to interact with us and go along. Let's get started.
Chelsea! 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 Chelsea!
So, Jamie, I think the first one is the formation. I think we're only one game in, so anything could happen. But for me, I think Kovacic will come in for Jorginho. Although he had an okay game, he looked a little bit tired towards the end. And Dave for Alonso. We've talked about a lot of my thoughts on Alonso and yours. But ultimately, I think that. And then I'm question marking whether he sticks to 4-2-2. Not sure I want him to, but does he want to go head-to-head with Liverpool's 4-3-3 if they do that? Not quite sure. Tell me your thoughts.
Personally, I think I'd agree. Alonso out for Azpilicueta, 100%. If Azpilicueta's fit, perfect change. I'd go all the same. I would change Jorginho as well for Kovacic. The other one I would change is I'd take out Loftus-Cheek. And I'd probably start Hudson-Odoi. Obviously, we've seen the news conference today. So we know that Pulisic is out, so he's not going to be able to come in. So I think give Hudson-Odoi a go because the Loftus-Cheek thing didn't really work out last week. So I think give Hudson-Odoi a run out. Hopefully he can cause a bit of a problem for their defence and link a bit more up with Havertz, who I'd push more centrally, and I think he could do a bit more damage there.
Disclaimer: we still love Loftus-Cheek, and we want him to do well.
We do.
Yeah, we just trying to be realistic here. I think he just needs a couple more games on his belt, but big game coming on. There we go. Love the bloke. Come on, Loftus-Cheek. Come on in the 80th minute, score a goal. It's fine.
All forgiven.
Yeah. And just quickly, still on the formation topic. I'm seeing still, even if those changes, there's a lack of leadership at the back four. Thoughts? And is that going to cause us problems?
I think so. I think until Thiago Silva comes in, we might struggle a little bit in defence. But I'm hoping, that partnership looked okay. Zuma and Christensen. I think, as I said before, Christensen struggles when he's up against a big, beefy striker, a big, strong bloke. Liverpool don't have that. They've got Firmino Mane's got a bit of strength to him, but he's, it's not like Antonio or Troy Deeney or someone like that. So I think you're going to see probably Christensen stay in there. And I think he does a good job against those kind of players. So I actually think our defence would do quite well. However, you are playing Liverpool's attack, which, absolutely on fire. They might have, had a close game on Saturday, but they still scored 4 goals. So that's what you got to watch out for, is that Liverpool attack.
Yeah, totally agree. And then let's just touch on Havertz. Glimpses of brilliance. I'm seeing it. It's happening. I'm feeling it, Jamie. Come on. Agree with me.
Yeah, it's obviously going to take the bloke some time to get used to Premier League and the strength of it. He was played on the right wing, which wasn't really his position. I reckon bring him into more centrally and he'll be a lot more of a threat. We know that he's a quality player. He's got the skills. He's got I think his problem as well is he's so elegant the way he plays. He just makes it look effortless, and it just looks like he's not trying so hard, almost like a Zidane style, exactly the same kind of way. So it just looks like he's not working hard, but he is.
Ozil's problem forever,
Yeah, but he's just rubbish. So.
Okay, moving on to point number 2. How will the game go? So I want to read off a couple of stats. You know all this stuff already. You've got all your sign up to the athletic. You've got it all. But I think for me, there's been at least 2 goals scored in each of the last 6 games for Chelsea, I believe. Over 2.5 goals in 11 of Chelsea's last 13 games. So, a bit more. The last 7 games to Liverpool and the last 11 games to Chelsea, is the first half goal. Liverpool won 4 of the last 6 times the 2 teams have met, including a penalty kind of win when there was a 2-2 draw. And Chelsea only winning once of those. But
Sounds impossible.
But last year's fixture. What was last year's fixture of this one when it was Chelsea home?
2-1 to Liverpool.
Oh no, it was 2-0.
That was the FA Cup.
I'll find FA Cup.
Yeah, it was
Anyways,
2-0 to Chelsea.
Let's just forget about it. Chelsea won the last time the two teams met, and we're ignoring 5-3. We don't care about 5-3. Anyway,
No one cares.
looking at all that, loads of goals. How's the game going to go?
I think Liverpool might take a little while to get into their stride this season. Obviously, they got the victory at the weekend, but they did look a little bit suspect at the back. You could put that down to how Leeds played, or you can look at it as Liverpool defence need to be settled, and they're not settled yet. I'm hoping that's the case, and I'm hoping we're the ones to take advantage of that. I think I do feel like we'll win this game. I think we've got that passion about the game already. Even Werner's press conference after the Brighton game, they said, will you be fit for Liverpool? And he was like, doesn't matter how injured you are, you're always fit for a game like this. And I thought, do you know what? Yeah, he's already up for this game. And I think him and Havertz, and they're all going to be up for it. Everyone's going to be, wanting to put an early statement out there that we're coming for you. We're coming for the league. And that's what we're going to do.
Yeah. What I love is Lampard is not afraid to ignite a rivalry. Not traditional rivalry, but he has such hate for other Premier League teams because he came from that era.
Especially Liverpool.
Yeah, exactly. So I just love it. And I just know he's going to get the guys fired up. He's not like another foreign manager. He doesn't really care that much. He's definitely going to get him fired up. Okay, so yeah, I totally agree. I know everyone always says it's going to be an open flowing game because everyone hopes it's going to be an open flowing game. But I think it will. I think it's definitely going to happen. And I think that will swing nicely into the next section. So our third prediction is a little betting prediction, a little betting tip from us two super experts on football. I mean, you won't get a much more expert than us, to be honest with you. I've not won a bet in, I don't know. But Jamie almost got close. But we can discuss that another time. Ultimately, I cannot see there not being a first half goal. Unfortunately, I think Liverpool will take the lead.
I wouldn't bet on which team will score first. If it was me, I'd probably say a goal in between 10 and 20 minutes. The first goal of the game to come between 10 and 20 minutes. Yeah. I mean, when I think back through all those games you listed off, I think there was a pretty early goal in almost every one of them. I think only probably like the Super Cup, maybe there wasn't. But again, that was an early in the season fixture last year. But this year, it all seems a bit more open. Every team kind of seems a bit more open. So I think, yeah, a goal between 10 and 20 minutes, Timo Werner. And yeah, I wouldn't bet on the scoreline either. I'm not that confident about it, but I'd say between 10 and 20 minutes.
But let's move on to key event. So I think we all know one of the most exciting players of that 200 million haul that Lampard spent during the summer is Timo Werner. I know he wasn't the most expensive, but it just seemed, like you said to me, he just seems up for it. As much as it might be that I want him to, I think he will get his first goal. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I agree. I think, especially as I said, he's mega up for the game. He was wanted by Liverpool, so let's go and do it. Let's go and get one against Jurgen, show him what he's missing, and maybe get a couple. You never know, he might get a couple. I hope so as well, because he's in my fantasy football team, so I'd like to see him get a couple of goals.
So, I've got the score bets, and that's our next discussion. One final stat, down the stat man. Chelsea have won their last 6 home matches. Okay? Now, you have clearly taken that, and you're not being biased against anything in terms of your prediction. You've already alluded that you think Chelsea are going to win. I've gone 2-2, but it's going to be a draw, 2-2. What do you reckon?
2-1 for me. I think 2-1 Chelsea, obviously.
Okay, so your odds on Sky are 9-1. My odds are 10-1. So decent bucks.
It's more likely for mine to happen, basically, is what we're saying.
Yeah, but actually, for a draw, mine's actually pretty decent odds. Pretty kind of low odds, actually. But yeah, no, I think so. I think, like you said, you agree with me. It's going to be an open game. I think Chelsea could pick this. I mean, I think Liverpool didn't look very connected, didn't look very confident. I think both teams have a bit of a loose defence. So I can really see that there's an option to kind of get the goals flying in. I think Chelsea will need to get a goal quite quickly, because I saw when they got that goal, the confidence opened up and the players started connecting with one another. But I just think it's all going to be strikers on Sunday.
I think the other problem is like the fitness of the teams. Obviously, everyone's had a really hampered pre-season, but I mean, we had one pre-season game, so fitness is going to play a massive part, and the use of subs, when they're used and which ones are used to bring off which players. I think that's going to be massively important to the game. Depends who we start, who's on the bench, but I think even if Hudson-Odoi doesn't start, you bring him off the bench, he's full of pace and trickery against a tiring Liverpool defence. That could make a big difference. So maybe that would be something in Lampard's mind. Either way, I think I reckon we'd probably score late as well. We'll get a late winner. It'll be 1-1 and we'll get a cheeky little late winner.
Timo Werner.
Yeah, damn straight. Love it.
Yeah, no, exactly. Anyways, guys, that's our 5 predictions. I don't think there's anything hairish or kind of out of the ordinary there. I think we're going to be bang on with at least all of them.
5 of them.
Yeah, I mean, exactly, all 5, and then you're going to want to keep watching for the next ones. So that's it. Let us know your thoughts. Comment below. Keen to hear what you think. If you think we're absolute idiots and there's no way it's going to happen, or you're a pessimist and you think actually we always get excited for these games and it ends up being an absolute bore draw, or you think actually Chelsea's going to be runaway winners because there's no way Liverpool will. So you just ignore that piece. But ultimately, do comment, like, and subscribe, and then continue hitting the bell notification. We'll see you for the next one. Take care.
Cheers, guys.